four-star defensive guy. What does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Varying degrees, sometimes you just fill the exact right hole you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Just one more yard. It's second and goal.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
The Thundering Herd offense takes the field. It's our first look at them in this one. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment, too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program, knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people are really excited to see how he plays in this one.
He'll do it himself. Jukes his way. Beat it. He smashes his way through again. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down. Another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. Marshall will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Running the green. He's loose. The 40. He's at the 20. offense makes its way back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He found the hole, got it off 5. He's down at the 21.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty, and they're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
On the ground, it's Lawrence. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, when you get penetration, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Marshall comes to the line, facing 3rd and long. Jackson will throw. Lost one deep down the right side. He's coming inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30 plus. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab in the middle, it's great. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal. What's the thing? On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top. Time to find the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for room, it's Hill. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the ball the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Snap it in the middle. It's time. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Ball ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. On the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's high. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Makes the grab, it's high. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Ball down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency, getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and the first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And leads to the right. He's straight downfield. Wisconsin. And they're taking it in for 6 more points.
And now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, showing some glimpses of why they can become a really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing. Take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. And the returner goes down. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to your
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime.
Shut them down. Play some defense out there, boys.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Jackson gonna throw it. Here's a heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that getting after him.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. The Thundering Herd needing a clear ground to get to that first down marker. From the gun, running back on the move. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They booted away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying. scoreboard up. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get hit. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. In the middle, it's Buchanan. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They kick it away on fourth down. Just need to crack to get a return. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'll want to create something before the break to build momentum.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half. So find something really quickly you can go to.
Jackson will throw. Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. He's got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The defense calls a timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Hunt is on its way. Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight.
This offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Bringing the heat. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting a sack. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open the second half on the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Marshall quick to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get communicated, get lined up.
Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Jackson gonna throw it. And the defense got him at the 27. Marshall will be forced to punt.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, They get a sack. They're staying aggressive.
Special teams helping aspect of the game, delivering big time. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
Finds his man on the line. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Pulls it in. It's Martin. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Marshall will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to make a big run. That nifty return sets up the offense and engages some of the yardage on the punt. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down here for the offense.
Split the bullet on this drive. Pound 55 weak.
They're going to ride this running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And the Badgers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Green 25.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a getting field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that 4th down, and of course they go out and get it.
On the run, it's coming. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you some spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On 3rd and long, looking to throw beyond the sticks. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Found a little Unloads quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. Jackson will throw. That's caught. It's marked. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He'll try to do it himself. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Marshall will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he gets it to the 45. Line, and that'll be a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And off to Jones. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game. He's taking care of the
if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Game if he could have held on. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the moon kind. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Hamilton. Slams into the pile. He'll get one to the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Show what we are made of, offense.
Scanning the field, it's Boyd. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground. Time to milk the clock. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out.
Already.
The kick is on its way. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. After this, it'll be a wrap.